Shalom, 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 Israel. Want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, in the name of Rahakwadash. We back at it again. I'll try to drop these things more frequently, man. I get a lot of joy out of doing this, man. And when people tell me that, these videos that I make, it helps them, that's what makes me do it. Because I listen to other brothers' videos and it just motivates me. It comforts me. It makes me feel better. And that's why I do it. Because if brothers is making videos that's comforting me, hey, let me do it back, man. So that's just how I feel. And we're going to start off today. This is a freestyle, I want to say. But I'm not rapping. I'm singing that new song, but I'm not rapping. But I'm going to start off with Joel 2:1. It said, blow ye the trumpet in Zion. Zion, that's another name for Israel, the Israelites, the 12 tribes. It says, sound the alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh. For it is nigh at hand, meaning it's near. A day of darkness and gloominess. A day of clouds and thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. There have not been ever like, neither shall there be more after it, even the years of many generations. Meaning, the day that's coming, it's going to be like no day ever before, And when you sounding the trumpet off, you kind of letting the town know, man, trouble is coming, man. Trouble is coming. And y'all may have to bear with me a little bit because this is a freestyle. I didn't really prepare for this at all. We're gonna be all over the place a little bit. Where do I want to go to? We're gonna go here. Just so for people that probably don't know what I talk about when I talk about Israelites or Zion or the 12 tribes. This is the family tree of the Israelites. This is why in the scriptures it always refer to people as trees a lot of times, because that's how you keep track of your family tree. Because it's like a tree. You got your root, you got your branches, you got your leaves. It branches off. Start with Abraham, with Sarah, Isaac, Rebecca, Jacob. Then from Jacob had 4 wives. He had 2 wives, but then he had 2 concubines. And it made up the 12 tribes of Israel, which they had sons and sons and sons. And it bears down to it. And today's name be probably your blacks, your Hispanics, like your blacks, your Haitians, your Benjamites, which is your Jamaicans, your Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, so on and so forth. But this is the biblical name of it. Excuse me. But you got a lot of people that's calling it, like, for example, Puerto Rico just mean rich port. That's all it mean. Puerto Rico. Rico meaning rich. Puerto mean port. That's not a nationality. You get what I'm saying? White, that's not a nationality. Black, that's not a nationality. Nationality is what people you come from. We all have a biblical nationality. But the people in power, they have power to change that. So, where we gonna go next? Let me go and address something from the last video that I made, because I saw something, but I didn't address it. When I looked back into my video, I said I needed to address this. So we're gonna go here with it.
Leasing his land for storage.
We're gonna go back. I'm gonna watch this again because I saw something that I didn't address.
Not too long ago, I talked with Dale Bohannon, whom I've known since, I guess, the mid-1980s. And he told me something very interesting that he found back in the fall of 2000 while he was on a business trip. Listen to this, folks.
I was pulled to the side road, which was a new cut gravel dirt road in front of a business, a builder supply business, actually top-notch builder supply in Madison, Georgia. To my right, this was previously was a soybean field, and this little new cut road divided this field, and the right side of the road was filled with which I thought was portable toilets. I never looked at them that close. Same in color, maybe black, but which was an odd color. And I was sitting there going over my notes, and a van pulled alongside of me that turned out to be the property owner. And he greeted me, and he was by himself, and so we had a good little dialogue there, and I asked him about the field of black boxes. What were they? Because I'd never seen anything like that, and his statement was that if he told me, I would be one of few people in Madison, Georgia that knew about them. And he says they're disposable coffins, I believe he told me. And he says there's 100, at that time, he said there was 125,000 there. And they were stacked, he told me 15 high. I asked him who owned them, and he stated that the CDC owned them and that they were leasing the land.
That's the point I wanted to make. He said who owned them? The CDC. Okay, hold up. The CDC, right? No, I'm not trying to sign in. Stop. CDC. COVID guidelines, right? The CDC, that's the Center Disease Control. Those are the same people that push that COVID the juice. You know, I can't say that word because they might do something. But you know what I'm saying? The vaccine. The CDC own these coffins, and they all over the United States. Why does the CDC own these coffins? These disposable coffins, and they forcing you people to get this shot. And now, man, I hope these people don't be looking at my video. But I got a few people that be hitting me up saying that something is not right with their body. They not right with their, and I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing at this simple fact, but I told these people do not get that thing. So you got the CDC pushing for these jump shots, you know, while they ordering hundreds of thousands and millions of coffins. Disposable coffins. I mean, you cannot make this stuff up. It's not a coincidence, man. It's not a coincidence. It goes back to that Revelations 13 and 16. He calls it all to get this chip right here. I don't know why she popped up. I don't get it. But you go from that's the brain chip, it's the neuron link. I'm not going to play it. I already done played it. To the little RFID microchip. This is what John saw in the vision. He saw that in the vision. He saw that in the vision, man. Let's go. You know, it's going to get to the point where you're going to get to your draconian measures. Just like they told you, if you didn't have that vaccine, I'm not going to say the word. If you didn't have that juice in you, you couldn't work, you couldn't have fun, you couldn't travel, you couldn't. This happened already before. It's nothing new underneath the sun. I can go and get that in Ecclesiasticus. It's nothing new underneath the sun. It said the Draconian Constitution, or Draco Code, was a written law code enforced by Draco in Athens that's Athens, Greece, near the end of the 7th century BC. The composition started around 621 BC. An example of draconian laws, and that's about to come here soon. Almost all transgressions were punished with death. Those convicted of idleness was put to death. For example, those who stole vegetables and fruit were punished just like those who committed murder. So draconian laws and measures is coming soon, especially if you don't get that mark of the beast. I got to keep harping on it. And we're going to go to Isaiah 29 and 20. We're going to go to Isaiah 29 and 20. Because the Bible tell you this. Off of what you say, it's going to be a famine of the word. They're starting to ban Bibles across the earth. Why? And I'm going to go to something else. I got a lot of stuff. I'm just freestyling right now. I'm all over the place. For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off, that make a man offender for a word. How do you make a man offender for a word? Meaning, for you're guilty by some stuff that you're saying. Your freedom of speech will cause you to get punished by death. That's what's coming, draconian measures. Because this is Rome all over again. They did it before. They're going to try to do it again. Ancient Babylon is in modern day Iraq. This is the daughter of Babylon in the city of the north. That's explained in the Bible. It said they're going to make a man offender for a word and lay a snare for him, which a snare is a trap, for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the jest for a thing of naught. It said, therefore, thus saith the Lord who redeemed Abraham concerning the house of Jacob. Jacob shall not now be ashamed, neither shall his face wax pale. But when he seeth his children, the work of mine hands in the midst of him, they shall sanctify my name and sanctify the Holy One of Jacob, and shall fear the God of Israel. Because that's the only God that matters, is the God of Israel. So, hold up. For with that being said, we got draconian measures, the CDC update, the microchip, man being offender of the word. I'm not trying to make this too long. I just wanted to go here to let y'all know that when the Lord said he was going to send his people back into Egypt again with ships. Okay, the natives was already over here in North America. So this is a map of North America. This is just something I wanted to break down to y'all. Like I said, I'm freestyling right now. I'm just all over the place. But people tell me that they like my videos and everything. If you got some questions, man, you want me to like get into something specifically and explain it to you, I'll go deep into it. I can do that. But from Africa, where we had settled when we left Israel, this is where the slave trade came from. Because if you go from the west coast of Africa, that's where we settled at. If you read this book called Babylon and Timbuktu, that's where we settled at, in the west coast of Africa, which is around this area right there. And, we see, I don't know the Gold Coast. That's crazy because they got that Gold Coast in Chicago where Duck got killed at the Gold Coast. There was a place called the Gold Coast in Africa. I don't know. I'm just off topic. But from the west coast of Africa, when you come to the east coast of America, you land right around from New York all the way down to like Atlanta. This is where the slaves was brought to. This is where the southern kingdom was brought to. The northern kingdom was already here. Like in the middle of America down to the south with Mexico and all of that. And a lot of them came to South America too. But in North America, that's where it's about to go down at. That's where the ones is really at. So I wanted to bring that map out so you could see how the slave trade wasn't a lot. Because if you're coming from the west coast of Africa, you're going to land on the east coast of North America. And that's where the slaves was brought off at. I'm in North Carolina right now. Pretty sure my descendants came from that. That's why I feel in my spirit. I'm the tribe of Judah. It's all spiritual. Where else we can go? We covered draconian measures. Where else can we go? I'm going to make this video a little short, man. I'm not going to go too deep. I just wanted to share a few things. Let's go to Romans 10:2. We'll go to Romans 10:2 real quick, man. I can go a lot. I can do a lot. Matter of fact, no. I got to go to this first. I almost forgot. I'm going to go here. This is really why I made the video, y'all. Check this out right here. I was doing a little research. And the Lord brought this to He brought it to me. I didn't find it. He brought it to my attention. Somebody else found it. I just stumbled across it, right? Remember back in August 21, 2017, right? When everybody was going crazy over the solar eclipse that went all the way from Oregon, Maine, clear down there. You see the map. Now, the one that's about to happen in April 8th, 2024 is crossing it out. In that little circle where the X marks the spot, the place is called Little Egypt, where the Lord said, I'm going to send you to Egypt again with ships. That spot, if you look, I need to pull it up. I'm going to see if I can pull it up after this. But that actual spot where the circles meet is called Little Egypt. It's called Little Egypt. And when this solar eclipse comes from April 8th to 2024, every state that comes through it is coming through a city called Nineveh. And it's approximately 6 years. Hold up. 6 years, 6 months, 6 weeks, and 6 days from the last solar eclipse. And it's making an X, pretty much marking America out like an X. Like, that's really why I made this. And then, okay, we're going to go here. What is this? Jeremiah 51:9. Let's go Jeremiah 51:9. Jeremiah 51:9. Remember I said modern day Iraq was ancient Babylon, but modern day Babylon is America. Is what the Bible referred to it. You got to know these secret codes to understand the Bible. Babylon have been a golden cup. We're going to start at 7, but bear with me. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. It's not talking about physical liquor or wine, meaning philosophies, meaning you being taught the wrong things. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. So now the nations are mad at America. That's why you see a lot of nations bucking up against America. You got Russia. You got all of these other nations mad at. Oh, that made me want. I'm gonna show some videos of Putin. Man, look. I didn't even have this prepared. I'm going off on the fly, y'all. So bear with me. It may be a little all over the place, but the spirit hit me. I had to do it. I said, therefore the nations are mad. Meaning other nations are mad at Babylon. Meaning America. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Meaning Babylon is through. America is through. It's no healing for her. Like, it said no balm for her. Balm going into, like, when you go outside, you might scrape your knee up. Your mom or dad might put some Neosporin on the sore. That's balm. That's ointment to heal it. I said, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go, everyone, into his own country. For her judgment reach it into the heaven and lift up even to the skies. Why is their judgment going to reach up to the heaven? I need to go to that scripture where it said that they cried to the heaven, but I'm not going to go to it. But it got to the point where they did so much dirt that now the Lord has to judge them. That's why he put that X. He got that solar eclipse Xing them out. Because their judgment done reached up to the heaven. First of all, you took the Lord's chosen people, put them in slavery, and you still treating them bad to this day. So you got a judgment coming. The Lord have brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord our God make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Lord have raised up a spirit in the kings of the Medes, for the device is against Babylon. See, the thing about the Medes, you got the Persian and the Medes. When you go do that research, you'll understand the land of Russia is the Persians and the Medes. That's why Russia and America is going to go to war. Russia is going to be the people that destroy America. That's a little too deep. To destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple. Set up a standard upon the walls of Babylon. Make the watch strong. Set up the watchmen. Prepare the ambush, for the Lord have both devised and done that which he has spoken against the inhabitants of Babylon. So not only is Babylon going to be destroyed, but the inhabitants of Babylon is going to be destroyed. It's the end of America, man. The Lord had X'd it out. It said, the Lord hath sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men as with the caterpillars, and they shall lift up a shout against thee, and have made the earth by his power. He hath established the world by his wisdom, and hath stretched out the heavens by his understanding. When he uttered his voice, there is a multitude of waters in the heavens, and he hath caused vapors and the sand from the ends of the earth. He maketh lightnings with rain, and bringeth forth wind of his treasures. Wind is synonymous for destruction. I'm not going to keep reading that. I kind of want to get into something before I lose it. All right. We're going to go here. We're going to go here. Where Putin...
Hey, shout out to Vladimir Putin. I told y'all he was the realest president ever, the most powerful president ever. He's showing the world the true color of the real people of the Bible, the Hebrew Israelites. He's showing you that they was black. Check him out. Putin is putting it on the forefront. Shout out Putin. Hey, shout out to Vladimir Putin. I told
That's Putin. Putin showing some stuff, man.
Russia has opened its vaults to reveal biblical icons featuring darker-skinned figures. In case this is making you wonder if Russia has its own twist on biblical figures, the answer is a no. This is not the case at all. This is, a matter of fact, as real as the untouched horizon of time. These icons aren't just artistic anomalies. These hold deep meanings of hidden shaded truths, sparking serious, curious questions about history and faith, representation, and the unexpected corners of religious art. Pay close attention, amazing people. You are just about to hear it today, like it is, in this video. Before we continue, kindly endeavor to hit that.
So that's a few things that's on TikTok. That's why they want to ban TikTok. I got a few more things on here. I'm not going to go too deep in it. I post on TikTok from time to time, but I kind of rushed this one, man. I ain't really go too deep into nothing, but like I said, I kind of just freestyled. I ain't really prepped too good for it. I'm gonna just close out with this scripture right here. Romans 10:2. And this is how you know who the true people of the Lord is, man. It says, it's Romans 10:2. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge. And we can go to that word zeal. Excitement of mind, adore favor of spirit. Zeal, envy is contentious rivalry, jealousy, fierce of indignation, silly belief. Zeal pretty much just meaning they have a strong belief, a very strong desire to serve God, but they don't have the correct knowledge. They think that the church is speaking the truth. You know, they think that God is white. He's not white. None of the people of the book was white. I mean, I don't even want to say what I want to say because people get so offended. But lacking melanin pigmentation is not a good thing. It's sort of a curse from the Lord. Being heavily melanated, that's a blessing from the Lord. But this world want to make it seem like that's a bad thing. But it's not. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what do you think is in the suntan lotion that these people have to put on? It's melanin. Where are they getting this melanin from? From all the so-called melanated kids that go missing. I didn't even want to get into this. But look at it like a human chop shop. These people go missing for a reason, man. They're not going missing because they just want to kidnap them. They're using them for something. They're taking things from them. It's like a chop shop. You don't steal a car for no reason and take it to a chop shop. You steal that car and you take it to a chop shop. You might take the engine. You might take the doors. You might take the transmission, and you get money for it. And millions of kids and people go missing on the daily, yearly. So that's food for thought. I know I was all over the place. I'm going to just name this various topics. It's just something that I had to get out through the Spirit. We're going to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Mashiach, Yahweh Shai, in the name of Rahakwadash, Shalom, Israel.